Hi Foxes, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brittany. I'm also known as SHOPFOXBURROW on sites like Poshmark and Etsy, and you can find me on Instagram under the same name. And today we are going to be doing a little bit of a get ready with me and chatty video. I have a photo shoot to do today, and I thought what better way to spend the time than to talk with you guys while I get ready for this photo shoot and just kind of give you like an update about my channel and just where I want to take it for the next year and just like chat. So let's go ahead and get started. Now let me just say I barely know how to do my own makeup. I'm not trying to teach you how to do makeup, okay? So just don't even, like, that's not my goal. A friend of mine, I usually use like a matte, like compact type foundation, but a friend of mine uses this Almay Skin Perfecting. So I'm gonna try this today. I ordered it. It's supposed to be oil free, which is good. I feel like I'm really washed out here, but make that darker. There you go. You can see a little better. Oh, I just sold something. Oh, okay. eBay. Alright. You'll also probably hear my children because they're running amok, doing the things kids do, you know, whatever. Yeah, so I'm going to try this foundation and we're going to talk. So this year I've kind of decided to try a couple of different things with my YouTube channel. One of them is that I would like to work on building up more different types of content, because I feel like it's only... because I feel like I really don't want to be like a one-dimensional channel, like a channel where I'm just a reseller and that's all I do. That's not really fun for me, I guess. So I'd like to build more fashion content, which is sort of what we're working on today. And I'd like to also do a series where I go over and talk about the books that I've read from the month before. So that would be like a monthly like reading wrap-up video. Because I feel like there is a lot of overlap in the reseller community and people who like books, and I love books. I was I worked at bookstores for, oh gosh, 8 years I think, before I left to become a reseller, maybe even longer than that. And before that I worked in libraries, and so I've always been a bibliophile, and I just had thought about doing like book YouTube videos last year, but I didn't know like how I'd work it into my channel, or, you know, I didn't know. I didn't want to just do like single book reviews and stuff like that. So this time I am going to try it for a year and see what kind of response it gets, and I'm going to do those monthly videos talking about like what I read and what I rated them and what I liked about it and that sort of thing. I'm using my hand to apply this like a very fancy human. I have brushes, but I don't know how it will do with this. It's my first time using this, so just kind of like rolling with it here. Yeah, so anyway, so I want to do a reading wrap-up video, and then I also want to do some more style content. I feel like I've got a decent number of people following me for my Stitch Fix unboxings, and I just kind of want to do more than that, but I have paused my Newly for the time being because I just really, I don't know, I'm just trying to simplify my life and just do less just have less stuff, and so the newly coming in and out right now is not working for me, but I think I might start it back up in the spring. Anyway, so just having a little bit more fashion content would be fun. And then those are really cakey looking. No, but she did say it like it looks better on camera than it does in person, and that's more or less just what I need, just coverage for the camera. So yeah, so I also want to do something that's a little bit more of like a repetitive series that people can kind of like look forward to on my channel. And so I think I am going to do what sold videos once a week. I'm gonna test it out. It is a lot of work, so I don't know for sure that that's going to work for me. So I don't know for sure that that is going to work for me or not, but I want to give it a try. I feel like a lot of reseller channels really establish themselves in doing what sold videos, and I just want to build up my subscriber base. Right now I think I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, and so I just want to get a little bit of momentum going with like a series that people can, you know, tune into and know that they're going to get some kind of content that they appreciate from me every week. And people tend to really like what sold videos, so I'm gonna go for that. I will say there is a lot of editing involved with putting in like the pictures of what sold, and you know, like knowing how much you paid for stuff and looking up all the data before you do the video. I have decided I'm going to do unedited. Okay, that's going to have to do for a foundation. I'm done messing with that. I'm like super lazy. I didn't used to even like really wear makeup. When I had a day job, I'd wear like a tiny bit, but it's just really not my thing, so I'm just gonna roll with this. She also suggested this basic Wet n Wild blush, and since we are doing a Valentine's Day look, I decided I would try it. I tried a stick blush. What was it? The e.l.f. stick blush, and I hate it. You ever watch like makeup tutorial videos and people just like make the weirdest fucking faces? I'm just not very good at talking and doing makeup at the same time, apparently. Okay, so changes for my YouTube channel. I am going to be doing more fashion inspired content. I'm going to be doing a monthly book wrap up, and I'm going to try to do a weekly what sold video. And then my other focus is just to do more like long-term like value content. So doing more like vintage for resellers series, or just like things that you can keep coming, that people can find later, and it's not necessarily relevant to the here and now, but rather like the more long-term, sort of like my pricing vintage video and my inventory process video, just stuff like that. So those are going to be my focuses this year, and we will see. What is this? Oh, apparently I bought like a cat eyeliner here. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully we can get some momentum going on this channel. I'm going to use this like e.l.f. palette. I bought this last year at fall because it has these really nice fall tones in it, but it has this really good pink too, and since I'm doing a Valentine's Day look, I wanted more of like a cutesy colorway. Very pigmented. So I have like, I think they're called lidded eyes or something. It makes it like hard to see the eyeshadow. if your eyes aren't open, but I think that looks pretty good. I don't want anything too crazy. This right here is my favorite palette of all time. This is my second one. It's formulated for green eyes, which I have. So it kind of looks good no matter which one you use. And I use this like super light one here in the bottoms and like up at the top of my eyebrows to kind of give it more definition. I don't know where I learned that, but it works. Okay. Next up, I am again going for that Valentine's Day look, so I'm going to use my favorite lip. It is an ink. This is a Maybelline Superstay ink crayon. I was looking for like just like a lipstick that wasn't super drying, but just like wouldn't come off. This one does pretty well. This is the one that I use in most of my photo shoots and most of my videos. It is a matte. You have to let it dry on your lip before you do anything else. You can't apply anything over it, so no, like one time I tried to do lip balm and that was horrible. It goes everywhere. The oil breaks down the whatever is in this, so all right, let that dry. And that is it. I know I look a little pale here, but I am pale. Alright, next up is hair. We are going to do curls, because that is my go-to, because I'm lazy. Oh, I should probably do some mascara, huh? Alright.
Mom?
What?
You won't believe this.
What is it?
It's a car. Crazy. This is car. This is a car. This is on my fight with you, I'm going to punch that pilot right in the face.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going to do hair. I have been using this Chi like automatic hair curler thing, and it's amazing. At first I wasn't like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I like this, but I do. I really do. I like it. So you just take a little bit of hair and then it just like spins it up for you. And then it'll beep. This year one of my resolutions was just to kind of pursue slow living more. And that really means just like taking more time to enjoy life and to enjoy my family and play with my kids. So reselling, I'm not going to say it's taking a back seat, but the priority is definitely dropping down. So I am still obviously reselling, but instead of pushing myself to list like 10, 15 items a day while I've got kids here, I'm going for like 3 to 5 now, and I feel like that's good. It's still going to keep everything fresh. It's still going to be, you know, I'm listing regularly. The platforms love that. And then I will just have, I think, a little bit more time to spend with my kids. My son is doing remote kindergarten still, so our case rate here is just like crazy. Like, we live in New Hampshire. It's a really small like state. There's not a huge population, but we're seeing like at this point almost over 1,000 cases a day, which is bananas. So we're really kind of in the same boat we were at the start of lockdown. Like, we're just not going out, you know. So I'm not like taking my kids out. It's too cold to go to the park. You know, sometimes they get to go play outside in the backyard, but a lot of times it's too cold for that too. You know, we're talking like it'll be 20 degrees with like a wind chill of, I don't know, 10. And if I do send them outside, they don't want to play out there for more than like 5 to 10 minutes. So it's like getting them into all their like winter gear so that they can go out and play for a few minutes. And then they've got like big mittens on and they can't hold stuff and they get bored. I had all these things I wanted to talk about last night when I was, thinking about what to say for this video, and it's just like trying to multitask right now. It's really hard. I was having a hard time finding a hairspray that I liked, but I really like this one. It's the Matrix Volume Fixer. So we are lucky enough, my husband is an electrician, and we are lucky enough that he got a raise recently. So we don't need my income so much as we did. And I'm also not paying for daycare at all. So that was like $1,200 a month that I'm not paying for anymore. So between that and my husband's raise, I don't need to stress as much about how much I'm bringing in, which honestly really gives me the freedom to sort of sit tight on the pieces that I have. When I get a lot of like lower offers, like someone will send me a $12 offer on a $40 item, and it just gives me the power to be like, to counter a little bit higher than maybe I would have in the past. Like I wouldn't have accepted that offer unless I was like desperate, but to get it out. Yeah, so it's sort of enabled me to sit on things a little bit longer. I know that's not a privilege that everyone has, and I can appreciate that for what it is. I've been through my share of difficult financial times, but for where I am in my life right now, I am lucky enough that I don't have to sort of bend to the whim of the customer. I'm also getting ready for my studio to be under construction. So right now we are getting all of the windows in our house replaced, and they actually just finished all the windows except for my studio. So I have a floor-to-ceiling window in there, which I absolutely love, and we got a replacement for it. It's slightly smaller because the other one went to the ground and it eventually had some rot issues, and you could just like feel a breeze coming straight in. So we are getting some new like structure built underneath the window, and then that whole wall right now, it is like paneling, like wood paneling that I have painted white, but we're gonna be taking that down and putting up sheetrock. And I have like one of those really old horrible ceilings, like the kind that you see in schools, in there right now, and I hate when it's in photos because I'm just weird like that. And so we are going to get that replaced with a sheetrock ceiling. And then we just have some other little things that we're doing. So it's going to take a while for him to complete all of that work. And so I am moving my workspace to a different part of our basement. But I have to empty out that entire room. And I have to empty out the space that is I'm going to be moving into, which is where we were doing remote school until our basement flooded right before Christmas. Yeah, so long story short, I have a lot of moving and shuffling of my inventory and my office to do, and that's a little bit more of a priority than listings. So just sort of doing what I can right now and trying not to stress about it. I am lucky to even have an office and to, I'm lucky, basically. That is sort of where my reselling business is at. I am definitely trying to increase the average sale price of the things that I am listing. So I don't want to be, out of the price range of, most people. But I also am tired of putting in work for items that are kind of like, I guess on the lower end. So a lot of the new stuff that I purchased from an estate recently, that stuff is mostly high-end, like designer pieces, and so that's definitely giving me a boost. And my vintage stuff, all the things on my rack can really be listed for quite a lot, so I'm looking at going forward and not having quite the same price point that I did previously. You know, I used to shop a whole lot at the Goodwill outlet, which is the bins by the pound. And so it would be so cheap for me to just go and get stuff there. But with things being the way they are, right now you have to go and wait in line. And then you only get to go in for an hour and a half, and there's all these rules, and you know, that pandemic is really bad here right now, so I'm just not even doing that at all. And a lot of the times the stuff that I do find there, I take to my vintage booth, which is kind of where I'm putting my lower value items, because I don't have to really do anything aside from cleaning them, tagging them, and dropping them off. That's pretty much it, and the booth is doing really, really well. So far I've made somewhere around $1,500 there, which is not bad, you know, since August, and I've only gone and restocked the booth like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. So it's really not a lot of work for me, and it's a pretty good return, so I like that a lot. So yes, basically I am taking it a little bit easier right now and just trying to get through the day-to-day, and I feel like that's sort of it for me rambling on about, you know, this, that, and the other. Gonna be some new things happening on my YouTube channel. I am really trying to grow that. Just trying to think of ways to really work smarter in my business. Okay, so that is it. I've got makeup on. I got my hair done. Looks pretty good. It's fine. And now I'm going to go film that video with the one dress 3 different ways, and that'll actually be my next video, so I hope that you will tune into that. I know this one was super rambly, chatty with me. I'll probably edit out like so much of it. But it is very hard to do makeup and talk, and I'm probably never going to do this again. So yeah, that is sort of how I get ready for my photo shoots, and I really like my chi thing. I don't have anything else to say. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye. What's this? I'll have to see your potato later.